So I first met Tom when we were filming the Gene and Dave show. Gene said, I've got a great guy that we can interview. So let's bring Tom into the studio and interview him. And here are some of the pictures he's taken. And I started looking through the pictures before we brought him in for the interview. And I was like, I've seen these pictures.
Well, I was doing a newsletter for ADAPT from the very early days called Incitement. And he used to give me pictures for Incitement all the time.
Back before the ADA was passed, Adaptive Texas was on an action with a number of other disability groups from across the country in Washington, D.C. And that's where I met Tom, where I first learned his name, and he was a photographer chronicling all of the events that were happening there.
He captures the moment and the people in that moment. And it's almost like when you look at the pictures, you're like, oh, I know exactly how this person feels.
At that time, it seemed like the issues were much more stark back then. I mean, people were, literally not able to get down the street without running around in the traffic. There was just no way to go to cross town. There was no transportation. And it was very intense at those actions. The emotions were very, very high. Those pictures capture that also. And I think that the black and white captures the starkness of it, the contrast between good and evil, right and wrong. It set up those kind of ways that we thought about the issues in those days, much more than at least how I think about them today, where there's more nuance to a lot of the things than there used to be.
He was really capturing the essence of what we were feeling, or our frustrations, or the seriousness of the matter. Everything from people getting handcuffed or getting arrested, getting carried away. And Tom was in the thick of it, taking pictures all the time.
A lot of times you take a picture of a person in a wheelchair, it doesn't always personify action. To be able to take the pictures with an action feel to it, you almost have to have that same passion in yourself. And Tom, understood. He was part of the ADAPT community in more ways than one.
He really has this passion for helping other people. And he spent some time searching, trying to figure out how he could help other people. That's what he's all about, wanting to help people. And a picture's worth 1,000 words.
In 1985, as part of the action that we had in Los Angeles, I was arrested and put in a van, and I was in there with a guy named Chris Aronis, and we both were handcuffed, and Tom came to the back of the van. Obviously the police weren't keeping him away, and took a picture of my hands with handcuffs, and you could see part of my manual wheelchair. For a long time, I always said to Tom, we really like to make it a poster, and then ADAPT did. It's called Rights Worth Fighting For.
I think there were things happening that he felt had to be preserved for posterity, and the way to do that would be to take a picture. And he started taking more pictures, and thus was recording history. And so he is a photography historian.
And I think the Lynn Marie Johnson Award really speaks to him. Her Facebook page just talked about all the things that she was doing, all the events and charities that she was donating her time to. And that's what Tom's done with his life. He's donated his fantastic photography skills to making sure that disability rights are known throughout the land.
Tom, thanks for all you do. Thanks for all you have done over these more than 30 years that I've known you. And please keep on doing what you're doing. You're helping us in such a big way. We love you, big guy. Take care.
Well, congratulations, Tom. I think that you are earning this is a well-deserved honor for you, and you have lived a lifetime of trying to capture the disability rights movement, and I think you have, and that will move it on into history, and people in the future will be able to learn from what they see in your pictures, perhaps better than many words can describe it. So congratulations.
We've known each other, I've counted 35 years. And your pictures have just inspired me. But you have to make me a pledge, that challenge that you will not put that award in one of your lockers. Please go to the bus, put it up in a prominent place so that when you go to bed you see it, when you wake up you see it. Because though this is just one of many awards, this is important and you deserve it. We love you, Tom, and free our people.
Well, I just want to say congratulations, Tom, on this award. It's just an honor to know you and to know where you've been in your stories. They help so much to keep the drive going to make disability awareness something that sticks forever. So I thank you for that, Tom.
Well, Tom, on behalf of the staff and board of Arts Park, Texas, I'm delighted to present you with the Lynn Marie Johnson Media Arts Award for 2020.
Well, I sure thank you.
Well, we're thrilled.
It is an honor, especially since I've just been here for about 5 years.
Well, you have been, maybe you've only been in Austin for 5 years, but you've been in the movement for many, many years. And we wouldn't have the photos and